Hello and good evening. The aura of Nigeria's 58th independence anniversary felicitations will endure for a while, and while that happens, some special stakeholders are singled out for a bow at the center stage. The petroleum products consumers across the nation, Dr. Barrow says to them, NNPC will continue to surpass their expectations. And it was good business for the corporation in the month of May with very impressive numbers of trading surplus. We will share with you the differentials, the new numbers, and what made this possible. Plus, countdown to the 0 hour. It's less than 24 hours to the 2018 NNPC National Science Quiz Competition 0 hour, and all eyes will be on the 18 WizKids featuring, and of course, the NNPC, the Grand Master Trailblazer of CSR in corporate Nigeria. It's about touching lives in many positive ways. We're glad you could join us today. My name is Aki Agbejule. This is Oil and Gas Forum.
I call him a reformer. R for reformer, T is a transformer, and A is an actualizer. You know, he walks his talk. He promised that this depot will be resuscitated. It has been resuscitated.
Let's share the highlights. NNPC's GMD felicitates with petroleum products consumers at Independence Anniversary. You're one of them. A very good business month for NNPC, and we got the numbers to show. And finally, it's here. All eyes on the participating states, their representative WizKids, and of course the NNPC Annual National Science Quiz Competition 2018 Grand Finale. All the details coming up.
No panic to buy fuel for black market. NNPC go bring fuel for all motorists.
NNPC say them get fuel jabrata for ground. Saboteur. All of una wey dey tiff with fuel, and petroleum station where they hot smuggle and divert our fuel go neighboring country. Plus people where they build small tank and sell fuel past our government price of 145 naira per liter. Stop am o. Because why? Now big offense now. Now jail straight away. NNPC say our government no increase fuel price. Now still 145 naira per liter. So therefore, no buy black market, no do panic buying. Enough fuel there we go round. Nigerians, if you see any petrol station where they sell fuel past our government price of 145 naira per liter, kia report to the nearest security agency when near you or the Department of Petroleum Resources. Na Ndu Ohamado, Group General Manager, Group Public Affairs Division NNPC, sign this message.
The Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, Dr. Mikanti Baru, has assured motorists and other consumers of petroleum products of NNPC's commitment to sustain product supply nationwide. Dr. Baru stated this when he felicitated with Nigerians on the 50th independence anniversary of the country, which held last Monday. In a release by NNPC Group General Manager, Group Public Affairs Division, Mr. Ndu Uamadu, the GMD said he was pleased with the enviable role the NNPC plays in the national economy, assuring that the corporation would continue to surpass the expectations of Nigerians in meeting their energy needs. Dr. Barrow stated that the holistic rehabilitation of depots and pipeline facilities embarked upon by NNPC across the country would ensure a long-term sustained supply of petroleum products, admonishing communities hosting the corporation's facilities to keep an eye on them to guard against vandals and economic saboteurs. Quoting the GMD, Ndu Uamadu informed that NNPC had 37-day PMS sufficiency, assuring that the corporation's depots nationwide are wet with white product. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, has announced a total crude oil and gas export sale of $416.07 million in June 2018, which is 35.78% higher than the previous month. Details of the figures contained in the June 2018 edition of the monthly NNPC Financial and Operations Report also indicated that the crude oil export sales contributed $274.95 million, which translates to 66.08% of the dollar transactions, compared with $244.7 million contribution in the previous month. The export gas sales for the month amounted to $141.12 million, the report said. The 35th edition of the monthly NNPC Financial and Operations Report indicated that the corporation undertook the repairs of gas pipelines, which supplies gas to most thermal electricity generating plants in the country, leading to appreciable leap in the power generation. In all, a total of 744 million standard cubic feet of gas per day was delivered to the gas-fired power plants in the month of June 2018 to generate an average power of about 2,970 megawatts, compared with May 2018, where an average of 742 million standard cubic feet of gas was supplied to generate 2,940 megawatts. A total of 211.51 billion cubic feet of natural gas was produced in the month of June 2018, translating to an average daily production of 7,056.22 million standard cubic feet of gas per day. For the period between June 2017 and June 2018, a total of 3,080.90 billion cubic feet of gas was produced, representing an average daily production of 7,826.41 million standard cubic feet of gas per day. During the period under review, production from joint ventures, JVs, production sharing contracts, PSCs, and the Nigerian Petroleum Development Company, NPDC, contributed about 69.35%, 21.77%, and 8.88% respectively to the total national gas production.
With the final and grand finale of the 2018 Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation National Science Quiz Competition, billed Monday and Tuesday respectively at the corporate headquarters of the corporation in Abuja, participating states are taking measures to ensure successful outing by their representatives. Edo State, one of those presenting finalists in this year's competition, has taken the event a notch higher with a pledge by the state governor, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, to provide the needed fulcrum that will ensure the successful outing of Alike Joseph Ihiagwina, the state representative in the 2018 competition. The governor, in a widely publicized statement last week, said the impressive performance by Ihiagwina was a call on other Edo youth to apply themselves vigorously in socially approved and rewarding ventures to make their parents and the state proud. The governor noted that the exploit also shows that much could be achieved through sustained collaboration with all stakeholders in the education sector and government's insistence on standards. He urged the student to make the best of the opportunity offered by the NNPC and return home with the coveted trophy. Ihiagwina, a student of Don Bosco Science Academy, Ukun, in Esan Central Local Government Area of Edo State, emerged winner of the state category of the 2018 NNPC Science Quiz Competition with a total score of 83%. He later finished first at the zonal final of the contest held in Asaba in July this year. Mr. Godwin Obaseki and other state governors are expected to grace the grand finale of the contest, which holds Tuesday, 9th October 2018. Similarly, the Southeast Zonal Champion of the NNPC National Science Quiz Competition, Master Tony Okeke, has dedicated his victory to his state governor, Ifeanyi Ugwanyi of Enugu State. Okeke, who is an SS2 student of Spring of Life International School, Solis, Enugu, emerged first at the Southeast Zonal Final of the annual competition. Okeke came tops with 65 points against Imo State contestant Ezine Okeke, who came second with 55 points, and Chigozirim Uzondo of Abia State, who scored 45 points to emerge third. Master Okeke said his decision to dedicate his victory to Governor Ifeanyi Ugwanyi was informed by the governor's commitment to education, which he said had improved tremendously because of the focus of administration to especially basic and secondary education in the state. Ndu Uhamadu, NNPC Group General Manager, Group Public Affairs Division, in a release said provisions had been made by the corporation to provide adequate comfort and moral boosters to the 18 whiz kids across the 6 geopolitical zones that would lock horns in what promises to be an exciting final showdown. Ohamadu quoted the corporation's GMD as having expressed satisfaction with the arrangements so far made for the 2018 edition of the competition, saying as the flagship of the corporation's Corporate Social Responsibility Project, CSR, NNPC would back the contest with necessary resources to ensure its success and continued relevance. The NNPC quiz competition was inaugurated in 2000 and limited to participants from the Niger Delta, but went national in 2001. This year's event would mark the 16th edition of the competition. Designed mainly for students in the nation's secondary schools, the competition has impacted positively on the intellectual attainment of young Nigerians. It has provided financial succor to successful contestants who have been placed on scholarships throughout their university education. Many of the awardees had moved on to achieve academic laurels in tertiary institutions locally and internationally. Fulfilling aspects of its slants, records show many of the past awardees ended up studying science and technology-related courses in the universities. In 2010, a past winner of the competition emerged second in a contest involving others from the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC member countries, and Austria to commemorate the 50th anniversary of OPEC. Several years after its inauguration, the horizon of the competition soars. Among the main objectives of the competition are to implement a core element of NNPC Corporate Social Responsibility CSR package, to promote science education in the country, to encourage students in the study of science and technology-related subjects, to prepare students for promotional and qualifying examinations, to build friendship amongst the participating students, to develop students' competitive spirit, to break down long-held stereotypes and engendering a better sense of national being in participating students through the cross-cultural interactions that the contest offers, and to provide a platform for enlightening the students and the public on the activities of the NNPC.
The final and grand finale of the NNPC National Science Quiz Competition is few hours away. On this edition of the program, we bring to you the making of the flagship CSR program of the NNPC.
What you said to us, give us a lowdown on the progress so far as regards verification.
It is now obvious, and we're all seeing it here, that the venue of this great event, national finals and the grand finale, is picking up. I don't know where you want to look. If you want to look towards the right, or the left, or sideways, or around the gallery, everywhere is taking shape.
So far now for Monday, Tuesday, which is the final, the national final and the grand finale, we have done 100% of the job we are set. Why has been contacted, and they are fully ready with all our questions for both national finals and the grand finale. So they promise to be arriving here on Sunday. We'll be here on Sunday.
We did the testing, so we tied into the SBUs and everything was okay. So
there's another bishop. There's a bishop. Yes, another bishop. Yes, you should sit with them.
Respected bishop.
Yes, sir. Okay, so we will have three of them here giving us equal support, sir. Let them be at the edge.
The mosque will sit here.
To impact the lives of these children.
How many are asking?
There's one that actually requested if
where is he based?
Based in Ghana.
Why will you put honorable members as
we will first create the seat. We will look at the numbers. By Monday, before we start tagging Monday evening, we will have gotten the feedback from Frank.
The Gas Technology Exhibition and Conference, GasTech, is considered as one of the most significant gas forums where professionals from all over the world meet and discuss the endless potentials of natural gas and LNG as important and strategic factors in the global energy mix. NNPC Oil and Gas Forum went round this year's edition and sampled the opinion of participants, especially to countries that are richly blessed in abundant natural gas resources, such as Nigeria. This is what they have to say.
We represent Nigeria, and we represent Nigeria positively. We bring the message of hope, we bring the message of consistency as a country. Not many people understand how big we are in gas, because a lot of countries still see us as an oil nation. But we bring the information to them, we bring it live to help the world to understand that today we have 192 TCF of gas proven.
Nigeria has a long history in the gas industry. They have a know-how, they have the best practices which they can share among member countries.
There's no other way than to focus on gas. And gradually, we see a situation where gas will take over oil in terms of driving our industrialization and economic base.
NNPC is also trying to be an off-taker of LNG volumes, not just a gas supplier or an upstream meat investor. So a lot of these buyers that we are hoping to take these volumes they are going to get are here. And I'm having the opportunity to have one-on-one discussion with a few of them, Tokyo Gas, for instance, and some others. So the significance for NNPC is enormous, particularly.
For some of the investors that will be keen into this, especially when you talk about the gas master plan, because that is another big win for the country, and investors are already keen into this. So for this Train 7, as soon as the FID is signed, you will begin to see the impact in all sectors of the economy, because job creation is one aspect of it. It's going to create a lot of jobs for the country.
There is no doubt that for 4 days, the 30th edition of the Gas Technology Exhibition and Conference, GasTech, has indeed addressed the critical issues, challenges, prospects of the global natural gas and LNG business. What is more important is that of the 30,000 participants in attendance here, majority are of the opinion that as far as global energy focus is concerned, gas is indeed the future. Reporting for NNPC Oil and Gas Forum, I am Aliyu Abubakar from Barcelona in Spain.
Hello, welcome to the feedback segment of the program. My name is Julia Auta. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, was established in 1977 with the mission to be an integrated oil and gas company engaged in adding value to the nation's hydrocarbon resources for the benefit of all Nigerians and other stakeholders. Today, we sought to find out from the public what they know about the NNPC operations.
They're into petroleum products. They have filling stations, people buy fuel and other petroleum products from them.
Provide scholarships to fostering the development of education across specific disciplines that will further enhance research and exploration of petrol resources in Nigeria. I do know that.
Without NNPC, without fuel, you cannot drive your car. Without fuel, you cannot on your generator. Without fuel, you understand, you cannot ride your bike. So NNPC is trying.
What did they do where I know? Now fuel matter. Now wait I know be that.
The sole producer of crude oil in Nigeria and also supplies it. I think that's all I know much. I don't know much of their packages though.
All I know about NNPC, they are the one regulating fuel, in charge of fuel, distributing fuel to motorists, and everybody go there to take their fuels.
As a world-class national oil company, so basically it's all good is about them.
And NNPC at large
It is an organization or company that regulates the fuel. Deal with the fuel, the refined fuel. They are the charge of fuel distributed in Nigeria. And with the help of NNPC today, the fuel is all over the country.
NNPC, to the best of my knowledge, are basically into oil and gas management, simply put. Are basically into oil and gas.
The fuel is all over the country.
Are basically into oil and gas.
Interesting, you would say. The State Oil Corporation is into exploration and production, gas development, refining, petrochemicals, engineering, commercial investment, as well as product distribution, to mention very few. This is the much time would allow us for this edition. Please stay tuned for the other segments of the program.
NNPC, we touch your lives in many positive ways.
Hello, my name is Faith Ayuba, and I'm delighted to have you join us once again on this segment. Did you know that the federal government created the Nigerian National Oil Corporation via a decree in May 1971? Nigeria joined the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, in July 1971. Did you know that Nigeria became the 11th member of OPEC and the 3rd African country to join the organization? Did you know that Nigeria had its first stint with oil boom as production rose to over 2 million barrels in 1974? Did you also know that the federal government merged the Nigerian National Oil Corporation and part of the Ministry of Mines and Power to create the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, on 1st April 1977? Now you know. Please don't go away.
Hello, welcome to Global Crude Oil Outlook. Oil prices fell Friday on the prospect of a production increase from Saudi Arabia and Russia, and on profit-taking after futures hit 4-year highs in the previous session, supported by the imminent loss of Iranian supply through U.S. sanctions. Saudi Arabia is the only oil producer with significant spare capacity on hand to supply the market if a significant amount of oil is affected by sanctions on Iran that kick in on November 4. Russia and Saudi Arabia struck a private deal in September to raise oil output before consulting with other producers, including the rest of OPEC. Saudi Energy Minister Khalid Al-Falih said Thursday the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries was able to raise output by 1.3 million barrels per day, but offered no signal that the producer group would do so. The kingdom plans to invest $20 billion to maintain and possibly expand its spare oil production capacity, and currently has a maximum sustainable capacity of 12 million barrels per day. Brent crude futures fell $1.70 or 1.3% to $85.12 per barrel, having risen to a late 2014 high of $86.74 on Wednesday. U.S. West Texas Intermediate WTI crude dropped $1.51 to $74.90 per barrel, a 1.9% loss. On Wednesday, Brent climbed to the most technically overbought level since February 2012, while the WTI inched higher to the most overbought since January. The relative strength index of both contracts rose this week to above 70, a technical level often regarded as signaling a market that has risen too far. Also weighing on oil prices, Cushing, Oklahoma crude inventories rose about 1.7 million barrels from September 28 to Tuesday, traders said, citing a report from market intelligence firm Genscape. And that's about the size of crude oil outlook on this edition of the program. I am Solomon Yopave.
Well, for those out there, you can always make it on stage, you can always win,
Just work hard, focus, and everything will come your way.
That's been Oil and Gas Forum for this week. We hope you found it very delightsome, and you must have enjoyed it just the way you enjoyed your weekend. Enjoy the week. It's our question and answers week on NNPC. We'll see you next time. Bye.